The case study this afternoon is about nutrition and stakeholder and action mapping in Rwanda. So the first one, we did two stakeholder and action mapping so far. The first one was done in 2012, 2013, and the second one was done in 2015. So the experience from our country is that stakeholder and action mapping is very important. It's a very important action also to eradicate malnutrition in the country, because once you know partners that are in the country and what actions they are working on and the gaps, geographic coverage and both beneficiary coverage, you can easily tackle the issues of malnutrition in the country.
So we've gone through a series of exercises. There was some group work which our partners went through. What do you expect our partners to do with all of this information, particularly after the group work that we went through today? Very interesting group exercise.
Yes, the group work was like to make partners think ahead. If in case they have to do it in their own countries, what kind of preparatory methods they have to follow, the steps, what do they need to do once they need to implement it, and what do they need to do for during analysis and dissemination of results. Yeah.
Okay. And also, I think based on the feedback from the three groups that we had three pieces of the group exercise: the planning, the implementation, analysis, and dissemination.
Yeah.
There were some issues or challenges coming out of that. Do you feel Rwanda as a civil society alliance, or Rwanda as a country, having gone through this mapping exercise, that you've learned anything that maybe you might consider for the future?
From what the groups
Yes.
have spotted out?
Yes.
One they talked about that we didn't do is the pre-testing of the questionnaire. That sometimes you might have a questionnaire that is too complicated, that if you do the pre-testing, you can identify challenges or way to make it more understandable for the partners who are filling it. So this is one thing I've learned from the group. Yeah.
Now, based on this exercise that we conducted, what key takeaway do you want us as civil society alliances, going back to our different countries, do you want us to take away from this case study?
Yes, my wish is for every stakeholder that came to Rwanda to understand that nutrition stakeholder and action mapping is key to address malnutrition in any area, in any country. Because without knowing who is doing what, where, on what actions, what are the gaps, and what needs to be scaled up, you cannot move ahead.